We're playing white. Let's go with d4 here. We've played c4 and b3 and e4 and stuff like that. Let's go back to d4 for a little bit. d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3. d5. We're going to exchange and have the Queen's Gambit declined exchange variation. Kind of a long name for an opening. Let's go e3. Bishop to d3. Queen c2. Threatening to take the knight, and then play bishop takes h7. He plays h6, we retreat. Both sides have played the opening fine so far. He'll probably play knight to d7 or rook to e8. Those are kind of two of the more popular moves at this point. Okay, knight d7. We're going to go with knight f3. He should play, yeah, so rook e8, normal move in this opening. Knight back to f8, yep. So now we're going to do what's called the minority attack on the queen's side. I'm going to exchange bishop for knight. He's going to take back with his bishop. And now I'm going to play b4. So it's called a minority attack because black has 1, 2, 3 pawns here. And I have 1, 2 pawns. And I'm going to use my 2 pawns on the queen's side to attack his 3 pawns. So I have the minority number-wise. So a4, b5 is kind of the ideas from here. Okay, still doing a4. That's because the K is used for king. What if the knight was K? What would the king be? C, chieftain. B for the boss. L for the leader. It could be lots of different things there. We're going to play rook over. Bishop f5 pretty soon is also going to be an idea in order to exchange off a pair of bishops for black. Oh, didn't know that bishop takes f6 is normal. Yeah, there's 2 different ways of doing it. You can do rook b1 and then b4, or you can take the knight, he takes back, and then you get to play b4 immediately. So it's just 2 different ways of doing it. All right, we're going to play... play knight f1, reroute it to g3. The bishop exchange is fine with me. Not anything wrong with that. Knight to f5 is a potential idea. And pretty soon I'm also going to play b4 at the right time. We're going to just stick the knight on f5 for the moment, though. Here's one for you. What's the most money I've made from playing chess or teaching chess? From playing chess, I've won like $1,000 in a chess tournament before. From teaching chess, it's quite a bit less than that, but still pretty decent number-wise. All right, we're playing rook to d1 here. F3, e4, better setup. Yeah, that's also another potential setup for sure. Would I say better? I don't know if I'd say better, but it's definitely another option. That's definitely true. All right, we're going to go back to g3, stop him from going to e4. Play rook c1 and then b5. We're still going to prepare b5 at the right time. Hey, Mr. Fartbraids, how's it going? Rook e6. Okay, don't particularly know where he's going with that one, but we'll just play rook c1. I think he wants to play knight e4 really bad. Now we get to play b5 finally. Isn't this the first very clean game? Yeah, no mistakes by both sides yet, or by either side just yet. Why'd I put the rook on d1? I have the rook on d1 in case, if you ever play c5, to avoid this exchange, if you play c5, I can take it, and then I have opened up an attack on the d5 pawn with my pieces. That's the whole reason behind that. All right, so we're just going to... We're going to exchange. Pretty good. Lost 300 points playing Bullet yesterday. Yep, we've definitely talked about the Bullet binges. All right, so he takes with the rook. Play rook c2 here, I believe. I think that's okay. Maybe not. I think we need to just exchange rooks here. So I'll play knight e2 and then take back with my knight. I want to keep one pair of rooks on the board so that I can attack his pawns easier. If I lose all the rooks, then it makes attacking the pawns a bit tougher. Def better, knight developed e2 instead of f3 after exchange on d5. Well, you can play f3, e4, and attack the center. This is also good, though, for white because we have pressure on his isolated pawns as well. I went to a lecture by Kamsky the other day. It was fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. Gave him a pass pawn. Not really giving black a pass pawn, but if you mean the b pawn, I wouldn't say it's pass pawn. Not really advanced very far just yet. All right, queen b3. We're going to play rook b1, pressure the b7 pawn. And knight f4 also is going to pressure the d5 pawn as well. Ugh. Is this how the minority attack is supposed to go? Yeah, this is pretty much the idea of the minority attack for sure. Knight e4. I don't really want to take the knight. I mean, I can take it and it's fine. But then it makes his... I guess it's fine. We'll take it and then play knight to e2. e4 is now going to be a little bit of a threat, or target. Knight g3 next move, hitting the pawn. I can always push my d-pawn at the right time as well. He does have a bishop, but he has some potentially weak pawns right now. Bishop to d6. He could play queen g4 at the right time. I'm going to play h3 to slow that idea down. This bishop d6 also slows down knight g3 a little bit, but I'm going to play it here for the moment. Queen to f5, okay. I guess we could just play knight c3. Put some pressure on the e4 pawn. We're up 30 seconds. Now we just play rook to b1. I could have taken d4, actually. Knight takes d4 would have been a whole lot better. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Knight b5 is also an idea. Okay, I guess we're just winning pawn, though. And attacking the bishop. Queen to g6. I guess we can just exchange. Now we play queen to b6. Oh, wow. He had rook to c1. Actually, that was not a good move by me for that queen b6. Ooh, that was almost a bad one. That was almost bad. Let's just retreat. Okay, we're just retreating for the moment. Actually, let's play rook d1. We're going to start pushing these central pawns. e4, e5, or d5, or something like that. Yeah, his time is pretty low, so my time is also not the highest in the world either. All right, queen e3, play f4. d5, play e5 next move. Let's play g3 to guard the f4 pawn. Okay, we're going to play queen d4 to centralize. Rook b1 to attack. No, okay. Free pawns are always nice. We're going to play d6, push that guy forward. Play... let's play rook to d5. King f2. e5. Rook to c5. Take. I'm just going to advance the king, guard the e5 pawn, and then pick up the c pawn. Keep that guarded. Now I'm going to take c2 this next move here. And it looks like he's going to run out of time here. Yep. Yasser talks about falling for the rook c1 trick during the broadcast a lot. Rook c1, king h2 holds it. Let me analyze, and I think I'll point out where black... We were both in time trouble, but black had a tactic that maybe I missed out on. Okay, so the opening is pretty standard. This is all about the queenside minority attack, as we saw that weakens his pawns on the d5 and b7 pawns particularly. Just kind of maneuvering around a little bit. Playing b5 to attack the queenside. This whole opening, this is really the whole setup for the opening for the most part. Unless you want to do the f3, e4 route. That's a little bit different as well. But this is based on... I'm going to eventually take here. If he takes back with the pawn... now this is kind of a backward pawn. I'll play like knight a4, and then double up my pieces toward the c6 pawn. If he takes with the rook like he did, now this is isolated, and I just go about putting pressure on these two. Now it turns into pressure on these two. h3, knight c3. I should have just taken the pawn here. Not sure why I didn't do that. But anyways, rook b1. Take, retreat, take. Now I'm just up a pawn. I played queen b6. He could have played rook c1 check here, which would have been really bad. My king is blocked off the h2 square. So I'd have to take, and then he takes... Whoops, not that. Then he takes there. That would have been pretty bad. I should have just played g3 first, and then this would have been okay maybe. You have to be a little bit careful about those deflection tactics. Thankfully, he doesn't play it. So I retreat, get the rook centralized, get my pawn centralized. Once I trade the queens, it's pretty much over here, as long as I don't make any silly mistakes of losing these two pawns. I don't take this yet, because then he takes here, and then he gets this, and then it's maybe a draw here, actually. However, I just move my king toward guarding this. Now that the e5 pawn is guarded, then I can grab this, and I'm not losing 2 pawns. So I'll be up 2 pawns after I grab the c2 pawn. And that's winning there with not too much trouble. Okay, so we'll seek another game here.